By the way guys, this video will contain spoilers, so be sure to be caught up to the manga before you continue. The Battle of Marineford, the Paramount War, the War of the Best. You can call it any of these things, but this war had a major impact on the One Piece story and was one of the best moments overall in the One Piece story. The sheer number of characters and big names that took part in this war is just too numerous to mention. The amazing moments in this war, from Whitebeard's arrival to the Straw Hats and his allies' arrival to Blackbeard's arrival, all this happened in one place. We had the three admirals, we had a Yonko, the world's greatest swordsman, the warlords, commanders, all of these people were gathered in one place. And I think another moment that I didn't mention takes the cake, and that is Shanks arriving at Marineford and effectively ending the war. This moment is one of the greatest moments in One Piece, probably top 5, due to how impactful it really was. Blackbeard was on his rampage, Akainu was on his rampage, and everything was still going even though effectively the Marines had won. They had accomplished their goal. They had effectively killed Whitebeard and Ace. Blackbeard was asking Sengoku to stop him. Can you stop me? The age of Whitebeard is over, just like yours. The pacifistas were going crazy. Akainu was still hell-bent on destroying Luffy and determined that piracy was unforgivable. Coby saw all of this, said they've won, but they thirst for more. With everything that had transpired, this coming to somewhat of a calm conclusion did not seem possible until Coby took a stand. Coby went up there to Akainu and told them, we have to stop. It's time to stop fighting. Soldiers are dying. We could save these soldiers' lives, but because we keep fighting, we cannot do that. Let's stop throwing lives away. This is another great moment in my opinion, and a character defining moment, because for Coby, being the shy person that we always knew he was, to step up in this juncture, at this juncture, in this moment, again, the top tiers that are here, Garp, Sengoku, Blackbeard, Akainu, Kizaru, to be the one to step in front of the bullet or in front of the fist and say, we're abandoning the soldiers who could be saved. We're sacrificing even more lives. Akainu, still being hell-bent on destruction and ridding the world of piracy, tells Coby, you've wasted a few seconds. The Marines have no need for soldiers who don't believe in justice, which speaks to his idea of justice, but Coby was prepared to die and had no regrets. However, Shanks shows up, stops Akainu's fist, and congratulates Coby for his moment of bravery. You did well, young Marine. The few seconds of courage you were prepared to give your life for, whether for good or for bad, have greatly changed the fate of the world. Now with this moment, most people look at this as Shanks being all-powerful, and that's the only reason why this came to an end. Shanks showed up to end the war. He told Marco not to retaliate and to withdraw. Mihawk withdrew. A lot of people at that moment did not want to fight with Shanks. Shanks of course did bring a logical argument because the war had been won, and he said any further conflict will only increase casualties on both sides, but if anyone still wants to go, bring it on. We will be your opponents. How about it, Teach? No Blackbeard. And of course, this goes back to the intricate history of Blackbeard and Shanks and everything that transpired between them, but Blackbeard stood down. He said they weren't ready. The honor of a man like Shanks was on full display here, because he even said, to help me save face. Whitebeard, Ace will take care of their burials. The battle was broadcasted to the entire world. I won't allow anyone to further desecrate their memories. It was a bold stand, and again, this is coming off of reportedly a fight with Kaido, which most of us don't believe an actual fight happened, but it was a conflict, a clash. Something happened between Shanks and Kaido. The Whitebeard pirates, of course, they wanted revenge, but the Marines, they had ultimately won. The only one who seemed to really want to keep fighting was Akainu. The warlords had had their fun, but at the end of it, it came down to Sengoku. And because of Shanks showing up, Sengoku ultimately announced the war as over. The main reason people say Shanks was able to stop the war is because he was so strong and no one was ready to take him on. Yes, Shanks is very powerful, and Blackbeard, at that point, who was ready to challenge anyone, did not want to take on Shanks when he pulled up. Ultimately, if Blackbeard decided to fight against the world government at that point, he would lose. He was not going to beat Sengoku, Garp, and all of the admirals at that point, regardless of who was on his crew and his limited knowledge of his devil fruit. Blackbeard, as we know, can be a bit overzealous at times. As we see, he bit off a bit more than he could chew and impel down. Him not fighting Shanks makes a lot of sense though, because at that point, again, having a new devil fruit and going against who we presume, or who I presume, to be the strongest Yonko was probably not a smart decision. It was a weird one considering the fact that he supposedly scarred Shanks permanently in the past. However, I think he knew at this point fighting Shanks would lead to his demise. So I wanted to address the reasons I think Shanks was able to stop the war, because I think it goes way past strength. And something that we overlook from time to time is character decisions and character impact and how different characters impact the story. And I think we have to look at it from a standpoint of character and not rank or status. For Shanks being a Yonko, of course, his presence there led to the war ending, but let's say another Yonko showed up. What if Big Mom showed up? Or Kaido? Or even Blackbeard? Of course, Blackbeard is already there, but let's place Blackbeard in this scenario, showing up to end the war. As characters, ultimately they would never do a thing like that because they have not been shown to be the type of character that Shanks is. Shanks seemingly has been a character to protect the balance of the world. I've never said this before publicly, but for me, I now view Shanks as a warlord, an undercover warlord, a shadow warlord. What I mean by that is Shanks is ultimately working for the world government, but he does not support their ideals. He's ultimately a free pirate. However, he agrees with some of the things they're trying to do. He agrees with them maintaining the balance of the world because he believes that with the world government, they provide a level of stability that currently cannot be opposed or matched by anyone else. If he truly opposed whatever the world government was trying to do, he would become a revolutionary. He would join Dragon's cause. He's a man of honor. That's been shown time and time again. He went to stop Kaido from going to Marineford to protect Whitebeard, even after warning Whitebeard of what is to come. Shanks foresaw all of these events, but still he went to protect Whitebeard. So for Shanks, in this unique instance, he is the only person that could have done this. If Big Mom had shown up to Marineford, she was not trying to stop the war. She would be there for Oshiruko or something. Kaido would be there to prolong the war. He would never come there to stop a war. He would add to it. Characterization in One Piece is important because it gives us an indication of what a character might do in certain situations. The other Yonko, save Whitebeard, would not do this. So other than strength, it was character, and that led to the war being done. To delve a bit deeper into Shanks' character and what's been portrayed is the view of Shanks' character. Shanks, of course, we know is a Yonko, but he's not viewed as the level of threat that the other Yonko would be. This is not speaking to his known reputation or his known bounty or what the world government perceive him to be, because I believe knowing Shanks and knowing his ideals and who he is tells you a bit about him. To put this in perspective, let's talk about when Shanks was about to meet with Whitebeard. Shanks sent Rockstar with a message to Whitebeard, and of course Whitebeard took offense to that and basically told Shanks to come himself. Yeah, that was a bit disrespectful to send a subordinate to one of the strongest pirates in the world. I would probably do the same thing. However, this got back to the world government, specifically to the Gorosei, and they said he's showing signs of ominous movement. And they said the idea of contact between Whitebeard and Redhair is too dangerous. The key thing here that they said though is that, yeah, we have to check Redhair because we can't allow him to run amok. However, he's not a man bent on trying to change the world. We should observe the situation for now instead of acting hastily. The Gorosei were more worried on maintaining the balance of the world, and they even went on to say, more importantly, we must appoint another member to the Shichibukai to fill Crocodile's absence. Think about that. Shanks is trying to meet with Whitebeard, and as dangerous as they thought that was, they presumed or they felt that appointing a new Shichibukai was more important to fill the balance or to maintain this balance. So you're telling me that a warlord position is more important than a Yonko on the move? This speaks to character and what they expect from Shanks. They know Shanks, and based on them knowing him, that's why this wasn't a big deal. It's like, we know Shanks, and everything that he's going to do is not going to be a way to change the world. Think about Shanks' conversation with Whitebeard. Shanks was trying to effectively stop all these ripples from happening. He wanted Whitebeard to pull Ace back, to not engage with Blackbeard. Said it wasn't time yet. Shanks is not trying to change the world. Everything Shanks has done proves that he's trying to maintain this balance. What is he waiting for? We're not sure. But I think even this situation is validated by what we see in the future at the Reverie. We just found out about the empty throne and the whole fallacy about the Gorosei ruling the world. It was blown to smithereens because now we knew that they actually served someone. There was someone who was supposed to sit on this empty throne. This throne was the true ruler of the world. And we saw that someone was ready to meet with the 5 elders, the Gorosei. The person that was meeting with the Gorosei Gorosei was Shanks. This was a huge shock in the community, but it was not super surprising based on how Shanks has done things throughout the world. Again, maintaining the balance. His ideals are aligned with the world government. So for him meeting with the Gorosei, not that surprising. They even said a man with a position like yours isn't suitable to get involved with the politics of the world, which indicates that Shanks is the muscle and they're the brains. You maintain the balance out there in the world, we do the political side. But they said we only made time to talk because it was you. This kind of validates what happened at the War of the Best, in which Sengoku said, I'm going to allow you to do this. Shanks is a unique character in One Piece in which he was probably the only character who would be allowed to end the war, who would be allowed to bury Whitebeard and Ace. Strength was not the reason why Shanks was able to stop the war. That was certainly a part of it. But for one, character and prestige was the most important thing. His relationship with Mihawk. Mihawk immediately said, I will not engage with Shanks. 2. His relationship with the world government. Someone as high up as Sengoku in the world government would know of Shanks' inner workings with the world government. So for him, and knowing who Shanks is, yeah, he would let Shanks effectively stop the war. 3. Shanks' ideals and how he has done things throughout the story. Again, they said Shanks is not hell-bent on changing the world. We know Big Mom wanted to become the Pirate Queen. Blackbeard wants the One Piece. Kaido wants a great war. Whitebeard just wanted a family. Again, Whitebeard would be a character in a unique position to do this as well, based on prestige and character also. However, Shanks was the perfect person to show here, and everything in the story kind of backs up everything he did. And we even saw Sengoku wasn't reprimanded for what he did. He wanted to step down from the Fleet Admiral position. And Kong even said, hey, if you do that, can you please just maintain a position within the world government? Garp doesn't want his position anymore, but he's doing something else for the Marines or for the world government. We would like for you to do the same. So guys, that's about it. Leave your thoughts below. Do you agree with the reason why Shanks, or the reasons why Shanks was able to stop the war? I initially thought that people felt the same way until I saw some recent comments on my video, which led to me making this video. But leave your thoughts below. Make sure to like the video and be sure to subscribe. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.